kita akan mula balik. Kita akan mulakan sesi kita. Akan share screen.
Rumahnya tu.
Okey, sabar ya.
Bikin kerja.
Okey.
Minta tukar lauk lah.
Dia mau.
Abang minta.
Okey.
Minta lagi.
Jangan saya share screen.
Tambah lauk sikit.
Nak daging bakar.
Daging bakar. Nak mula dulu ya.
Nampak tak screen tu?
Nampak.
Nampak okey. So saya akan share. Ni klik ke briefing untuk OCT 550. Okay, this is OCT 550. So it is 8 credit hours, 14 weeks. This this OCT 550 cater for your clinical setting lah, your specialty area. Some of you working at psychiatry, health clinic, auto, PD case ke, pediatric ke. So this food cater for your specialty, and because your EPJ is different from full time. Kalau full time dia kena ada CI, ada CI. But for yours not required CI. Tapi ada consultation daripada saya lah. Sekejap ya. Tekan ni dulu. Okey, sekejap. So, however, tapi you kena relate dengan client punya occupational performance lah dalam untuk subjek ni. Depend on dia punya role and also dia punya occupational performance needed. For example, involve leisure ke, vocational training, shelter workshop ke, dan sebagainya lah, and work also must be related the occupational performance and his or her role, and also you'll be given 5 hours individual consultation with facilitator. Facilitator is me lah. So whenever you do this OCT 550, you want to consult with me, I'm free for you. Not free lah, maximum 5 hours. So you giving 5 hours to consult with me. So you kalau nak consult tu no problem, guna handphone ke, mail ke, WhatsApp ke dan sebagainya. Boleh. Sekejap ya. Ada gangguan di depan ni. Sekejap ya. Saya keluarkan dulu ya. Okey. So during this placement, student has to complete the area of work rehab or return to work. So the major tasks include assessment, treatment plan, implementation, re-evaluation, professional report, assignment, work visit, education session of related cases in your clinical area. So the students' responsibility and autonomy at this stage will be increasing in terms of implementing and evaluating OT intervention in return to work. However, minimum supervision is needed and will be carried out by appointed UITM lecturer. I'm your facilitator for this code. So the aims of the clinical education is to provide students with the opportunity to consolidate their skill in various OT fields and develop skill necessary for safe and effective delivery of OT practice service, and develop a strong sense of individual and corporate professional identity. So in this code, you are required to participate actively in the department activity, managerial tasks, work round, case presentation, group discussion, etc. at your clinical setting. And you'll be given small project or task to do, provided that they are given extra time to do this project. However, the primary emphasis of the clinical experience is to consolidate your clinical. So in this code, there is a task. There is a task within your clinical setting. So this is the course learning outcome. So at the end, you're able to demonstrate assessment and intervention skill in return to work and display leadership via a risk management program in controlling hazard at workplace and organize information and reference for case management strategies in return to work. This is the learning outcome. You're able to demonstrate, you're able to display leadership and organize information more on occupational performance based on your clinical area. So what are the tasks that you need to do for these 14 weeks? You are going to have 14 weeks. 14 weeks. It means that there is 3.5 months to do this task. One is that you're going to conduct group or individual project and report. I will tell you more on this in detail. So it comprises 10%. 10% of the total mark. So you're going to conduct either individual or project or group. You must come up with project and then you have to come up with report. And then you have to do case study. In this code, only one case study that you needed to do. So first week ni you dah ready lah. Dah ready apa case yang you nak buat. And then you can consult with me what you going to do this with this case study. So depend on your case lah. So some of the case, for example, you conduct a pediatric case. So one of the thing that you want to improve dia punya preparation to go to primary school, for example. Apa ni? I dah bagi tahu tadi. Depends on dia punya role and dia punya occupational performance. Kalau kanak-kanak, so dia punya preparation to go to primary school. So you need to assess dia punya current capacity, and then you have to plan what you going to do for preparing dia for apa ni to go to primary school. For example, for adult, dia ada back injuries, and then you want to do a case study for this adult. First, you have to do FCE, functional capacity evaluation. You need to assess dia punya current capacity. And then you need to relate dia punya job demand. And then you have to plan your intervention, your short-term and long-term intervention for the case. So depend on your area lah, area of clinical. Then you have to do case study presentation. So case study is a written case study. You have to come up with a report. It consists about 30%, 30% of the total mark. And then you have to do case study presentation, which is the current study you've been doing at the end, for example, at the 13, 14 week. So this, you're not going to do a face-to-face presentation. You have to do a video presentation. I will highlight the example of video case study presentation. So it comprises 10%, 10%. Then the fourth task is to do professional promotion. Is 30%. Professional promotion is that you're going to promote whatever you do in related to your case, your area of specialty. This one, 30%. I will highlight to you all every component in detail. And then you have to do work visit and come up with report. Is about 20%. So total is 100%. There's no assessment of clinical conduct or professional competence because you already in the field. You already qualified as, for example, diploma in OT, and to assess over there is going to be difficult. So the thing that we're going to do is more on this task, 5 tasks that you can do within 14 weeks. So
Doctor, I have a question.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Number one, for work visit and report, is it necessary to go to work visit or can change to home visit? Second thing, if let's say my places have conduct the PKPB, is it necessary to the work visit or anything?
Okay. For example, you said, that's why I say depend on dia punya role and occupational performance. For example, like you do case study, housewife kan? Housewife, for example, you punya plan is to return back to his domestic activity. One of the long-term plan is to do work visit, home visit lah. Not necessarily work visit. That's why I said depend on dia punya role and dia punya performance, occupational performance. So you're going to plan to do home visit. So over there at the home visit, you're going to have a task. I will stipulate the task component by component nanti dalam slide I. So depend on your case tu, not necessarily work. That's why I said just now. For example, like pediatric case, preparation for dia punya primary school, katakan. So you going to visit dia punya school, and this COVID-19 punya issue kan, I hope it will be not long lah kan. Kalau tak dapat, probably you can ask your patient kan, your punya client to have to come up with photos. So from that photos, you can assess dia punya hazard and identify and estimate risk, and then come up with recommendation. For example, dia punya modification needed, dia punya task energy conservation needed dan sebagainya. Did that answer your question, Muaz?
Yeah, doctor. Thank you very much.
Depend on the situation kan. Kalau COVID-19 you tak boleh pergi ke rumah, so buat sedikit proaktif punya apa negotiation with your client by ask them him or her to take photo ke video ke kan, and from that you assess dia punya risk, identify the asset, assess dia punya risk, and then recommendation, control measure, for example energy conservation ke, modification ke, simplification of task ke, teknik dan sebagainya. Is it clear to you all? Because we want to, I don't want to pending you punya apa, tak payahlah kita tangguhkan bawa ke semester depan. Kita kena buat proaktif sikit. Okay? Kalau ada isu dan sebagainya, you can raise the issue to me. Alright? So I will explain component by component of the task. Okay, this one, group, individual, project, and report. This individual project or report is that you're going to conduct a project with a small participant. If you together with your department do the project, it's okay also. If you don't have any team, you want to do individual project with your case, it's okay also. And then you can share it in your Facebook, Instagram ke, Twitter. I give, for example, like this Siti Rosali, dia share dia punya project kat dalam Facebook. So you have to run a project, individual project. If patient, for example, cannot come to the department because of the PKP ni atau PKPB ni, macam-macam ujung dia macam-macam kan, DB, you can do web seminar. Web seminar also you can do. And then from that you come up with written report. And whenever you do the project, you highlight to me. And when you share at your Facebook, you tag me lah. So I know that you did your project. So any question about this individual project? It can be stress management, it can be energy conservation, but depend on your objective and your rationale, and then your case, your patient punya need. Social skill training for psychiatric patient, massaging, for example lah, you got case pediatric, case kanak-kanak, massaging exercise for parent, for example. So
Doctor report ada ni tak, ada format?
Ada. Semua jangan risau.
Doktor,
Ya.
for this individual or group project, it tak semestinya sama dengan case study tadilah.
Tak semestinya sama.
Okay.
You can pull different group of patient, ataupun you do a project with parent, katakan, kan? With parent. Not necessary your case. Your case is more on specific to your case problem, kan? But this is an individual or group project. Some of you, I presume, you tak ada group sebab probably you work at, you buat freelance ke, kan? Kita ada group. So that's why I said either group or individual project. But within your team also, within you punya peers ni, you punya group ni, you boleh combine. Jangan ramai lah. 2 or 3 per project should be okay. This is the thing that you will do in your individual project, group or individual project, and report. You must have clear objective and rationale of the group education activity. You must have objective and rationale. Rasional tak buat grup ni? Contoh, kalau you buat grup psikiatrik, skizofrenia ada masalah concentration dengan kognitif, takkan you nak buat energy conservation, so not rational langsung kan. Must be clear, objective and rational of the group education activity, and then correct group of client problem, dia punya issue and situation. You must choose a correct group of client, dia punya problem, dia punya issue, dia punya situation, and then you must prepare the material, the equipment needed, the module ke, schedule ke, pamphlet ke, all these things. You must work together with your group or individually. Location, PA system. For example, you doing that in your department, hospital, you have to prepare the location, the PA system dan sebagainya. Kalau you guna web seminar, buat web seminar, you have to prepare the platform, dia punya schedule dan sebagainya. Then you kena prepare feedback material. For example, if you do a large group, for example 15 to 20, probably you need a survey form, kan? Kalau you buat in 5 to 6 person, probably interview and narrative to the patient. You buatlah interview, tanya macam mana buat ni. You have to prepare the question lah. The questionnaire, how you punya selepas, sebelum dan selepas buat aktiviti ni, atau apa aktiviti ni dapat membantu you dalam menjalankan kehidupan seharian dan sebagainya. And then speakers, you have to prepare the speakers and their role between you. For example, you conduct in 3 person, your group 3 doing this group project. What your role there? Speakers dia siapa? You tanggungjawab sebagai apa? Then conducting education training session. You conduct the education training session. One very important thing that you record lah you punya session tu. Ambil video ke, gambar ke, record kan. Banyak kadang-kadang student dia tak prepare the thing. Saya terlupa lah, dia tak ada orang nak ambil gambar lah. So you have to think lah. Siapa yang perlu terlibat, siapa yang ambil gambar, video, gambar sebagainya. Report on the feedback, and the outcome of the education activity with photos, narrative feedback from client, therapist, or survey, observation dan sebagainya. And then you have to do SWOT analysis. From your group project ni, you have to do SWOT analysis, which is the strength of this activity ni, project ni. Dia punya weakness, opportunity to improve, dia punya threat, dia punya halangan, ancaman yang perlu kita ambil perhatian. And then you buat analysis, and then you recommend to have a better outcome in the future lah. So this is regarding the group individual project. Any question regarding individual project?
Doktor,
Ya.
submission date untuk yang first assignment ni?
Sabar ya. Sekejap lagi.
Okay.
Awal betul tanya submission.
Okey, sabarlah. Ujung nanti saya akan beritahu. Ada, saya dah siap dah. Sabar. Okey, ada lagi soalan nak tanya tentang this task? You all very excited and very foreseeable punya student. Pandangan dia jauh. Okey lagi? Ada yang nak tanya tentang ni? Apa-apa pun boleh.
Projek ni kena present juga macam case study ke? Ke tak perlu?
Tak perlu.
Written sahaja?
Yang ni tak perlu, yang Muaz. Ini lebih kepada ongoing. Bila you conduct tu, you share lah dalam you punya Facebook ke, kan. dan kita tahulah you dah buat. And with your report and feedback, I tahulah you have done it. Tak payah ambil apa ni present punya tu. Okey Ada soalan lain? Fiza? Fiza nak tanya ni.
Tak ada sir.
Tak ada.
Kiranya macam CME pun boleh lah kan?
Ya
Macam
boleh.
kita present CME. Ya okey.
Tapi dengan patient lah kan, dengan sama you all di different thing. Next nanti you boleh buatlah dengan dengan terapis.
Okey.
Kalau tak ada, saya teruskan next. Okay, written case study. Written case study specific to your single case study. Satu je, tak payah banyak. Satu case study. Kalau banyak sangat ramai yang komplain. And then saya pun tak boleh baca banyak sangat. Timbang kilo je. Tak maulah macam itu kan. Satu tapi quality is there. So this is the thing lah. Apa yang perlu ada dalam dia punya client data, dia punya condition dia punya etiology of condition, and then dia punya model or frame of reference that you practice. You gonna define and explain why you choose this frame of reference, why you use this model kan. For example, you use model MOHO, a model of human occupation. So assessment dia pun mestilah sama. Tapi remember guys, I dah tak nak tengok you increase dia punya range of motion, muscle strength, dah tak ada. Lebih kepada occupational performance dia. Kalau dia prepare untuk kembali untuk ke sekolah kan, lebih kepada dia punya preparation of education lah. Kalau dia work so you punya plan only for occupational performance, dia punya work ke, dia punya leisure ke, dia punya home domestic, tak ada dah macam increase dia punya concentration lah. Tak ada. Pilih pesakit yang late stage preparation of occupational performance. Jangan yang acute case yang bawah nak increase dia punya ROM, strength dan sebagainya. Tak payahlah. Tak mau dah. So you need to link your model or practice or your approach with your assessment and intervention. Remember that. Kalau you guna MOHO, mungkin you guna assessment work performance or work environment impact skill, ataupun lebih kepada work lah. Then OT assessment depend on the chosen assessment based on evidence and rational. Then you have to identify the problem with the client priority. Katakan klien ni dia kena stroke, dah ada pergi rehab, dia nak nak memandu ke arah memandu kereta. So you kena identify this dia punya needs. So you punya plan untuk improve dia punya performance dalam driving apa dia. So assessment, dia punya assessment apa dia. So intervention can be short term, long term. Then your intervention must be ada rational evidence, including grading dan sebagainya. Then you have to do reassessment. Then very important, you ada ada literature searching and reading. You kena appraise evidence. Sebab you degree student, you are well versed with the evidence. And then reference style APA, kena ada reference lah apa yang you manual mana yang you pakai, evidence apa yang you pakai kan, kena ada. And then kita akan test lah alternatif ni, janganlah ada plagiarism untuk buat case study ni. So ada soalan tentang case study ni? Tak ada? Semua okey
Sir,
apa dia?
Kalau literature tu nak berapa? Evidence base tu nak berapa banyak?
Okay, kalau you choose for example guna stroke driving assessment, kan? Kenapa you pilih tool tu? Kena ada lah reference apa yang telah dibuat oleh tu, dia punya reliability, dia punya validity. So based on what you choose lah. Kalau you guna, kadang-kadang I dah supply kat you kan, contoh macam return to work, work conditioning, work hardening kan. Kalau you buat work conditioning, work hardening for the patient, ada evidence dia. Just name it the evidence. Whatever you intervention you do, whatever assessment that you assess with the patient, there is a reference. You need to highlight dia punya reference, dia punya evidence. Itu saja. Okey, ada soalan lain?
Sir, minimum maximum problem list?
Depend on the patient lah. Janganlah banyak sangat. Sebab you pun masa mungkin tak cukup kan untuk buat tu. But really relate to what patient punya problem and dia punya need. For example, you highlight only apa dia punya problem. Dia punya problem contoh dia punya current capacity not according to the job demand. Kan dia punya problem, dia punya current capacity less than job demand. For example, dia punya job demand he able to lift from floor to waist 30 kilo. Right now he only able to lift 5 kilo. So you punya plan to improve dia punya job demand in relation to lifting, gitu kan, carrying, walking. So relate to dia punya occupational performance. Janganlah increase dia punya muscle strength dan sebagainya, tak ada. So pilih patient yang really stable lah, yang late stage ni. Okay, Debra terkeluar, saya masukkan Debra balik. Okay.
Doktor, F4R dengan models tu, dia kena choose only one ataupun kita boleh banyak?
Jangan banyak kalau you katakan you guna biomechanical tapi you tak buat benda tu, wrong juga. Pilih kalau satu, kalau you guna Mohor, I accept it. Because when you do Mohor, you want to improve dia punya occupational performance kan, dia punya volition, dia punya habit, dia punya routine. Pun one is good enough. Kalau really relate dengan you punya task to the patient. Not necessary banyak tapi tak ada relate langsung. Lagi I pangkal nanti. Kena relate. Whatever model atau frame of reference yang you choose must relate to the client punya condition. Okay? Not necessary ada student tu dia letak banyak tapi alat yang digunakan langsung tak ada relate dengan dia punya theoretical frame theoretical frame of reference. So maka lagi rendah. So be careful with your this your degree level right now. Degree level, you are well versed with theory and evidence. Okay. Yang ni kalau tak ada case study presentation. Case study presentation, I nak buat you video kan 25 minutes tu. Dan saya bagi contoh boleh tak? Video kan 25 minit, jangan banyak sangat perkataan. Dah tak nak dah perkataan.
Boleh.
Ya, kalau you cakap, ditunjuk gambar, lagi bagus. Kan ditunjuk gambar, okay, patient this one. Ya, problem dia, okay. Dan dia our aim tu, lagi lancar, lagi bagus. Contoh, I bagi gambar student ni, dia buat this one lebih kepada project, research project. Research project presentation. Tapi I share.
Ni 30 marks 10% marks lah ni, sir. Ni yang paling tinggi lah ni. Paling champion lah.
Tak lah. Tapi cara dia tu present. Alamak, dia dah remove lah. Upload.
Alah.
Apa dah ni? Atini tau, Atini.
Kenal.
Remove lah. Okey, sekejap Saya cari yang lain. Nanti saya bagi contoh dalam, dia ada background je. Dia ada nampak muka dia, and then dia bagi background. Dia slide dia tunjuk belakang, and then ada background dia. Nanti saya cuba cari Alia punya. Dia kadang-kadang ada yang tak nak tunjuk lama-lama muka dia kan. Ada orang macam itu kan. Kita tak boleh. Ada yang suka memang menampilkan diri, tapi kadang-kadang bagusnya kita menampilkan diri sebenarnya kan, supaya
So presentation necessary in English or can mix or BM?
mix lah. I don't mind you mix as long dia dapat fulfill dia punya presentation tu is okay. Nanti saya cari boleh. Nanti saya carikan video presentation tu. Okay. Dia tak dia keluarkan pula. So this case study presentation 25 minutes. 10%. 10% of the total mark. Professional promotion. Professional promotion ni, you need to promote your area of expertise in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and etc. But I prefer Facebook. Sebab I dapatlah tengok. Sebab orang lama macam I ni, Facebook lah. Saya dapat biasa buka Facebook, Instagram, Twitter ni jarang-jarang saya buka. Dalam contoh contoh Siti Rozali, saya bagi contoh Facebook ni, dia share dia punya what she did. Dia ada buat website siaran langsung pula tu ada ni. Website dia, and then dia punya group education guna webinar, and then dia akan ceritakan, share kat sini dalam you punya Facebook. Saya tengok ni. So I nak you siapa di sini yang tak ada Facebook? Semua ada Facebook tak? Halo?
Ada.
Ada.
Dalam tak aktif.
Nama tak. So share you punya activity, promote you punya expertise dalam sini. Dan kita sebagai OT dah tak malu dah. Tengok Aisyah share dia punya
ni mungkin ada yang masalah penghantaran ke dan sebagainya kan. So tim kita selesaikanlah. Okey. Alhamdulillah kita juga ada pembeli daripada pembeli antarabangsa daripada Singapura, daripada Brunei, daripada Indonesia. Yes.
Semestinya you kerja kat hospital, you tak boleh share you punya expertise. Dia boleh buat Siti Aisyah Rozali share terapi online bersama Gym Academy. So share dalam you punya Facebook. Okay. So ini 30% ni banyak ni but kalau you share you punya dalam Facebook, beritahu you expert bahagian apa, aktif kan you punya Facebook. What you did, for example you buat contoh stretching exercise for people yang kerja berdepan kerja sebagai office worker yang melibatkan typing dan sebagainya. You buat demonstrate how to stretch your your hand katakan so boleh masukkan dalam Facebook.
So kalau buat macam buat short film ke short video pun boleh kan?
Boleh. Tapi janganlah merewang benda-benda lain. Itu within your area of expertise lah. Boleh. Banyaknya bagi you 30% ni. Kita nak excited sikit dalam kita punya OCT 5050 sebab I tak boleh access you punya professional kompetensi sebab I tak boleh pergi tempat you dan sebagainya. So kita tengok professional promotion ni. 30%. Okey, semua faham Kalau tu tengok Siti Rozali ni, Siti Aisyah Rozali, dia punya Facebook. Macam mana dia buat dia punya sharing professional punya promotion Okey, ada soalan tentang ni? Kalau tak ada, saya pergi ke slide lain. Kalau kita ada soalan lain, nak tanya, kita boleh, kemudian boleh tanya. So work visit, report, and report. So work visit and report ni, depends on your punya client lah. Kalau katakan housewife, dia melibatkan domestic activity, tapi dia punya content mesti ada dia punya personal data of case and current capacity dia and dia punya current job description demand. Kalau you dapat buat work visit, nak ambil gambar foto-foto, minta kebenaran dengan sakit lah. Dia punya task dia punya job, and then you buat identify hazard, analyze the risk, then recommendation of control measure, modification and adaptation needed. Then with your report, when you submit your report, you kena provide evidence lah, as a form yang diguna foto, video ke dan sebagainya. This is work visit and report. This one done individually, tak boleh in group. Group tu yang atas sekali tu, yang mula-mula tu. This one individually, 20%. Ada soalan tentang ni? Kalau tak ada, saya teruskan. Kita, kalau dah habis pun boleh tanya. Ini yang siapa tanya ni? Syarifah yang tanya. Submission dia. So group, individual, project, you should run this project within 10 to 12 weeks. And report submit at the 14th week. Kalau you nak buat awal pun boleh. Tapi notify kat saya lah. Notify kat saya. I think term of preparation, nak cari klien pun ambil masa. So I give you 10 to 12 week. And then case study, report at the 14th week. Hujung, saya boleh hantar. 14th week. Video case study presentation at the 13 to 14 week. Kalau 13 week tak boleh, 14 week you kena boleh submit. Professional promotion is ongoing. 18 to 12 week punya. You can do earlier, but also you need to notify me. Professional. So you tag me lah. I dah sediakan rubrik, and then rubrik tu pun nanti saya akan uploadkan dalam material supaya you tengok lah. And then work visit you should do early as possible. Jangan lambat. At the 4 to 12 week you dah boleh dah buat work visit, and then report submit at the 14th week. So this OCT 550, that's why I nak bagi talimat ke you all, tak payah tunggu seminar. Kalau sebenarnya dalam jadual tu bukan seminar tapi kalau consultation pada minggu tu boleh buat consultation dengan saya. Or I need this. Boleh buat. Tanya boleh tak buat kes ni dengan guna assessment form ni. Then I will bagi consult kat you all. So ada soalan tentang submission ni?
Doktor, pengiraan minggu ni dah mula minggu pertama ke macam mana?
Ya, minggu ni dah mula minggu pertama.
Okey, so maksudnya minggu pertama ada 9 minggu sekarang untuk mencapai 10 minggu. Okey, baik. Faham.
And then kita ada study break kan. Study break tu tak kira lah. So I ikut kalender akademik lah. Dalam full time tu kan dalam apa I discuss tu dia dah ada state lah. First week, second week, third week, fourth week, mid semester break, ada cuti. Kita ikut tu lah. Boleh? Ada soalan? So sekarang ni
Doktor.
Question sebelum thank you. Okey, siapa nak?
Doktor. Kalau case study dengan work visit tu perlu patient yang sama ke boleh patient yang berbeza?
Patient yang sama pun okey. Tapi work visit ni separate dia punya report lah. Patient yang sama pun boleh. Tak ada masalah. Sebab I know that OT kadang patient jumpa sebulan sekali. Kan? Depend on dia punya long list punya patient lah. Kata patient ni jumpa first week, second week. Then you need to buat dia punya assessment, punya plan, and then bulan kedua dia dah ask patient dia nak buat work visit or home visit or school visit dan sebagainya.
Doktor.
Ya.
Kalau ada setengah hospital tu yang tak terima patient macam mana? Sebab sometimes kami akan disuruh deploy pergi mana tak tengok patient lah. Macam mana tak terima patient outpatient? Macam mana?
Kalau tak terima pesakit dah. Kalau tak terima pesakit, pesakit tu ada, pesakit yang sedia ada tu, katakan you pernah jumpa dia, kan? You pernah jumpa dia, and then you pernah access dia, you buat home program lah. Then you punya action through online ke, carilah patient yang ada internet, yang ada smartphone, kan? So,
maksudnya contact patient tu lah, boleh?
You said you're planning because of due to the interim period of COVID-19, you have to do home program. So you still program untuk patient ni. So you work together with your patient. Apa aktiviti yang suitable dibuat di rumah untuk plan you punya intervention tu kan. Jadi benda ni taklah pending. Kan, Fik? You boleh buat. Maksudnya patient buat home program di rumah. Apa dia yang kena. You kena ada dia punya frekuensi, dia punya duration, dia punya objektif. So katakan dia punya task untuk improve dia punya demand. Contoh menyidai kain katakan. Kan? Menyidai kain improve dia punya capacity in term of lifting, in term of reaching as a housewife. Katakan dia kerja sebagai data entry. Dia ada injured dekat dia punya fingers dan sebagainya. So you plan. So what you going to do at home untuk prepare dia, improve dia punya current capacity, improve dia punya occupational performance, buat dalam home program. I accept that. So there be no issue lah. Betul tak? Afiq? Okey Afiq? Afiq? Aiman? Semua dah tak ada dah? Dah hilang dah?
Ada Doktor, ada.
Ada.
So, kita berjalan lancar. Kita akan buat apa yang boleh kepada pesakit. And then, I want you to jangan pending dia punya credit hours ni. Kredit ni 8 kredit, besar And jangan miss yang task tu. Almost you can achieve that task. Tak ada isu sebenarnya. So kalau kanak-kanak, you deal with the parents, you come up with the home program dengan parents. So what you going to do with this case? And you follow up. You by phone number, by telefon ke, video conference ke, online conference ke dan sebagainya. Okay.
Doktor, semua format dan contoh-contoh tu saya akan upload dekat YouFuture, betul?
Yes, saya akan uploadkan contoh report tentang work visit ni. Saya akan upload dalam YouFuture. Dia punya contoh report. Dia punya format, dia punya yang terbaik lah. Saya akan hantar yang terbaik. Okey, ada soalan lagi?
Doktor.
Ya. Siapa nama?
Nak tanya pasal Kita nak tanya pasal assignment 1 tu. Kan kita kena buat projek kan. Macam hospital saya tak boleh panggil pesakit banyak sekali masa lah. Ada SOP. Boleh ke kalau daripada saya buat education kepada parent depan-depan, boleh ke buat dalam Zoom meeting ke macam tu, boleh ke?
Boleh. Itu yang saya cakap tadi.
Okay.
You can conduct through web seminar. And then bila you conduct web seminar, share dalam Facebook your promotion punya expertise. Sekarang ni OT aktif doing even physio pun, I tengok physio dia promote dia punya expertise dalam Facebook. Dia highlightkan case tu sebenarnya salah kan. Kalau kita highlightkan case bagi cerita tentang faedah dia buat tu dan sebagainya. Tapi jangan tonjolkan muka lah kan. Aktiviti tu je lah. Jangan nampak lah kalau ambil video. And then with consent, patient consent should be okay. Okay.
Doktor,
Ya.
untuk subjek ni ada exam?
Tak ada lah. Tak ada exam. Daripada tadi saya cakap. Kita task dia. Kita lebih kepada report dan sebagainya. Tak ada final exam.
Okay. Sorry.
Dia lebih kepada clinical practice. Memang tak ada final exam. Even I tak boleh buat viva kat you. You tak macam full time. Full time dia kena ada assessment of clinical conduct. Dia punya professional competency. Dia kena assess viva. You tak payah sebab I expect you all dah graduate. Kan you dah clinical experience. So you punya approach will be different lah. Different. And which is good. Benda yang sama bosan juga kan. Tapi benda-benda yang macam gini, you dapat bukan saja you dapat new knowledge, tapi dapat think out of the box lah. What you going to do?
Doktor?
Ya, Syarifah.
Untuk task professional promotion tu, topik dia kena related dengan return to work ke ataupun apa-apa saja yang berkaitan OT punya education lah.
Professional promotion ni according to you punya special area, you punya speciality, tapi lebih kepada relate to occupational performance.
Tak semestinya return to work lah.
Tak semestinya. Kita cakap kalau kanak-kanak, preparation of the academic, preparation of the punya IDL, kan? Dia activity, dia punya dressing ke, dia punya pergi toileting ke, kan? Dia punya communication, interaction skill, lebih kepada occupational performance.
Okey, Doktor.
Alright, betul. Sharifah, okey. Yang lain? Ada yang chat, okey. Ada yang tak nak bersuara, suara mas ke agaknya. Ni apa dia juga? Course learning outcome, Pija. CLO tu apa? Course learning outcome. Pizza tak berani nak tanya saya ya, Pizza. Hairul Samni cakap course learning outcome. Okey. Alright, ada yang nak tanya lagi?
Doktor kan doktor dah buat satu briefing yang panjang. Apa yang akan berlaku on the week masa ada kelas? Adakah doktor akan buat kelas macam ni lagi ataupun is more on discussion to doktor personally ataupun macam mana?
Kalau you nak, katakan seminar pertama, boleh I boleh online kan you all untuk consultation lah. Consultation kalau contoh macam Muaz nak tanya relate dengan dia punya case, at least everyone knows what Muaz punya problem and share what they can do.
So this mean discussion to on the public class, maksudnya sharing to on the person, semua orang ataupun can be a person to person, one to one person discussion ataupun grouping punya discussion.
Kalau seminar tu, kita ada seminar kan, open to everyone. So everyone.
I see. Kalau nak request personal consultation can request juga lah.
Different days lah. Different days. You bagi WhatsApp, mungkin kita boleh online interaction.
Boleh direct WhatsApp, Doktor?
Boleh direct. That's why I said free consultation up to 5 hours. Individu. Individu up to 5 hours. I mean, memanglah I dah dibayar untuk you all. So, gunakan 5 hours tu. Probably you nak consult tentang assessment yang ini sesuai ke, ataupun assessment yang lain yang sesuai ke. So, I can consult you all lah. Boleh, no worries.
Doktor.
Ya, Izzati.
Untuk promotion tu kan yang dalam Facebook tu, so kita nak kalau saya buat, saya kena tag pada doktor ke ataupun macam mana untuk membuktikan saya dah buat benda tu?
Tag pada saya.
Okey, tag pada doktor lah.
Public lah, masuk your friend, public kan. Tag lah.
Okey.
Kita tahu Izzati cakap. So I prepare rubrik marks untuk Izzati. So when you tag me, I can check Izzati buat ni, so I bagi terus markah kat you. Mungkin ada yang cakap berapa banyak nak share kan, berapa banyak nak tu, okay? At least 3 or 4 kan aktiviti. Dan 30% tu banyak tu, senang je. Boleh buat, tapi good for you lah. You want to develop you. Nampak orang lain pun nampak OT very active kan. Dia public tahu I need OT for this this issue. Problem je
So saya kena specialize ke ataupun saya boleh campur apa yang saya nak cerita. Maksud saya macam okey hari ni lebih pada TBI ke, esok cerita pasal PITS ke, boleh ke doktor macam tu?
Tapi boleh.
Tapi berkaitan OPA lah.
Tapi yalah. Betul boleh. Boleh Buat Izzati. Tapi normal lah, tak payah cerita tentang strength ke, range of motion, tak payahlah. Itu foto kan.
Okey doktor.
Doktor, nak share berapa kali? Nak share video, nak kena buat video tu satu video sahaja ke ataupun kena beberapa video?
Apa dia Farah? Tak faham, tak dengar tadi. Apa dia?
Video promotion tu. nak kena share berapa kali? Maksud saya macam nak kena buat video tu satu video untuk promotion saja ataupun kena buat beberapa video promotion?
Yelah, itu saya cakap at least 3 to 4 time activity. Kalau banyak lagi bagus lah. Kalau banyak markah you mungkin 30%. 30 markah daripada 100 markah, you dapat maksimum. Kan?
Jadi video tu kita boleh buat campur sama ada kita education pada public. Maksudnya kita buat video direct dengan Facebook untuk kita public. Promotion kita punya cost. Education kan kalau kita buat promotion bersama macam
Farah, not your cost. Promotion of your expertise.
Profession.
Yeah.
Video boleh pelbagai lah.
You all semua pakai Unify ke mobile?
Mobile.
Ada yang pakai mobile tu yang tak berapa clear. Kalau Unify
Mobile.
Kalau saya punya okey tak? Clear tak?
Clear.
Maka dengan ini beralihlah kepada Unify.
Dalam era COVID ni sebenarnya Unify ni bagus kan? Sebab ramai yang guna, anak guna, semua orang guna.
Stay at home.
Alright
Doktor. So satu lagi doktor. Kalau macam yang promotion tadi, so perlu video saja ke ataupun boleh sharing dari segi penulisan ilmiah ke?
Penulisan ilmiah pun okey. Not necessary video. Penulisan ilmiah, kata-kata ke apa sebagainya okey. Katakan you nak share evidence kan, study about this thing pun okey. So I want to know how apa ni how you punya apa ni promotion skill pada public dan juga community kan, you punya so you want to develop your promotion skill lah. Ada yang bagus tapi senyap. Macam saya pun tak berapa promote juga sebab tak perlulah kan. Okey. Kalau tak ada apa-apa, saya endkan meeting kita. So kita short meeting tapi next seminar I think minggu ke-7 kan. Lama lagi. Tapi kalau you want to consult individu, there's no issue. You just WhatsApp me. Kalau nak perlukan online pun okey, no problem. Tapi
doktor, ya semester ni ada markah untuk iClass tak?
Tak ada. Ini
tak
lagi.
ada,
Ini untuk clinical practice Tak ada I discuss tu tak ada.
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Tak ada. Tak ada apa-apa. Muaz? Okey Muaz? Muaz asyik betul. InsyaAllah. Asyik betulkan rambut dia je Muaz.
Tak doktor, MCO ni
rambut MCO
MCO ni. Okey, rambut makin panjang Muaz okey.
Alhamdulillah.
Okey.
Mungkin murah rezeki.
Bongo.
Alright class. Stay home, stay safe. Kalau ada problem, just contact me. You got 5 hours. Sebab apa bagi 5 hours? Kalau nak banyak lama sangat nanti yang lain tak dapat. Okay. Goodbye.
Thank you doktor.
Okay, thank you doktor.
Thank you doktor.